Alright, anyways, with all that mumbo-jumbo being said, let us set up this beast handler. It'd be very nice to have Ben here. Maybe during the Impoppable game we can use Ben, a beast handler. But we can use a banana farm, we can use pretty much anything else to generate money. A buccaneer, a druid, village. Village would be fine. We can put a village here. We can boost all of your money generation eventually, give you discounts, and boost a banana farm or two. That'll work. We'll just keep this going for a while. There was one strategy. Oh, that might be a problem actually. These leads right here. Hold on. Never mind. There was one strategy that I found out sometime off stream when I was doing the monkey teams that I like quite a lot. It's just tricky to pull off. And really all it is using the bottom path of a village to absorb a few or as many top path banana farms as possible. For a few reasons. So the top path banana farm, if you didn't know, I'm pretty sure makes the most money out of any of them. So you would use the village to absorb them so it would gain their income. Then you wouldn't have to collect as many bananas either. It would all come out in one single crate instead of however many crates you're going to get from all the different banana farms, right? So it saves on your collection, on like the tedium of collecting stuff. So that's another reason. And thirdly, it saves up space so you can put even more banana farms there afterwards. And then those banana farms you can turn into middle or bottom path, so you don't have to worry about collecting the income. But you still get, you know, the bonus of having top path banana farm along with middle path banana farm all being boosted by the village, which is insane. At the end of the day, it all turns into a lot of money. It just turns into a lot of money. It's just hard to pull off because you need... Okay, we're about to maybe lose right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much why. Spent too much time explaining. Not enough time just doing it. You have to be fast, you have to make sure you manage the money well, because if you just spend it all on the banana farms, you're going to lose. You have to make sure there's enough space to be able to put your monkeys down next to the village, next to the banana farms, all in a good spot that you can still, you know, pop all the balloons they need to pop, right? And it is also hard to manage all the different upgrades at the same time, because you have to get like the discounts at a certain time. You're going to want to upgrade your monkeys at a certain time. You're going to want to upgrade your banana farms at a certain time to maximize your money. So it's all hard to balance without losing. But when it works, it really does work. We're going to try that here. I doubt we're going to really get far into that strategy by the time we get to around 80, but we can try. Especially with these beast handlers, because they just cost so much money, you know? And again, ideally, you would, you know, put other stuff around there to maximize your money even further. So a banana farm, a banana farmer pro, a regular banana farmer, some cash drops, a thrive in there, so on and so forth. An insta monkey, so you don't have to buy the villages or the farms or something like that. But if you lose, then you know those are gone. That's really why I have no banana farmers. I've spent a lot of monkey money to buy them. I end up losing. Yeah, cool strategy. It just kind of takes a lot to pull off. Okay, let me think about this village placement real quick, because I know once we get to tier 5 on the beast handler, it's going to call for even more beast handlers. We're going to want those new beast handlers to be in the range. We could put the village like here. That'd be safe. Yeah, actually, this is a great spot. We can put it here. It's going to expand its range to cover that top beast handler up there and any new ones we put down there. And then we could put some villages in that empty space here. Or farms, sorry, not villages. So yeah, let's get this started. Now, I'm not claiming to have come up with this strategy. I'm sure this is not uncommon strategy. Seems like kind of common sense if you just play enough and you use these towers enough, you know? Seems like you would just discover that naturally. But I like it. And I like that I discovered it on my own. Okay, so we have at least one farm there. I'm trying to fit another one. Yep, there we go. Work with me here. Come on. There we go. Okay. There's another one there. We might be able to fit a third one down there. But again, we're going to put some beast handlers there, so maybe not. So here comes the micromanaging of it all. We have our discounts, which is great because every upgrade here, which is tier 3 or less, will be discounted. So let's go ahead and upgrade the farms because they'll get us even more money more quickly. And with that extra money comes the choice to either upgrade the farms further for even more money more quickly, or just go ahead and take that money and upgrade your towers so you can survive for a little bit longer, or kind of play a little risky, maybe, and buy a monkey town so you get even more money from the pops and the farms. So, you know, there's a couple different options to take. Typically, they don't all work. You have to choose one of them, or else, you know, at least in my experience, I end up failing. You gotta, you know, weigh your options, play accordingly. Hi, how am I? I'm good. How are you? Welcome in. We're just meddling. We are on alternate balloon rounds right now, and we're gonna move on to Impoppable after this. What do we have? We probably won't make enough money to afford Monkey Town because we're about to get to around 40 and we need 10,000 plus another 3,200. Yeah, for this one. That's quite a bit of money that we're not going to get, and we're going to have to forego a lot of upgrades for that, so wait on that. We do have enough to go ahead and just upgrade the farms again, though. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take that and upgrade our towers now. You doing good? That's good. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade these beast handlers and start coordinating them. And yeah, eventually we want to get these farms up to tier 4. And then, you know, also get that village up to tier 4. And that's kind of why it takes so long, because you gotta upgrade everything one at a time. You gotta manage your money, make sure your hero's doing good, make sure your abilities are on the up and up, so on and so forth. Kind of a lot to worry about, you know? So these guys are doing good. Let's go ahead and cross path them with the eagle, because they can pop camo. Otherwise, the only camo tower we have is Sada, which is a bit of an issue. Who is my favorite hero and my favorite monkey? Right now, I think my favorite hero would have to be Ben, or maybe Silas. I've been using them a lot recently, and I don't know, they've been treating me very well, so I do like both of them a lot. It's enough to pop a mob? Fortified mob? Maybe not. There you go. Oh wow, that wasn't even enough. I didn't know Sada can't do that. What the heck? Yeah, okay, there. Lesson learned, I guess. Yeah, so I would say right now I would say Silas or Ben for the hero, and for the monkeys, Druid has been a favorite for a long time for me, and it kind of still is. A close second, though, for me, if not Druid, maybe be... honestly, the farms. I've been using the farms a lot recently, too, and I like them quite a bit. So, money maxing, I'll say Silas, Ben, and the farms. How about that? Good picks. Thank you, thank you. So what went wrong last time? I think mostly what went wrong, bit of a tongue twister. I think what went wrong was we spent too much money on the farms too early. I thought we could afford it, but clearly these guys are a little weaker than I thought. I could have combined them, to be fair, and I know a combined beast handler typically is stronger than 4 separate beast handlers, so we could have done that. But I think what we want to do is just spend all of our money on the beast handler, because that fortified mob is gonna be tricky if we don't. We could also upgrade the glue gunner. It can get some extra damage for us. But mostly it's gonna be these beast handlers right here, so. We'll do that when we have the chance. That's about as ideal as you could ask for right there. Buy buy a banana farm as fast as you can after buying the hero. Use that income to pay for your first towers. Save up for a second farm so it can start generating some money, and then just buy a village, get the discounts, and we can start upgrading now for cheaper. All while these guys work on paying for themselves. Awesome. Very, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these guys up to tier 2 on both paths. Both paths. Today's full of tongue twisters. So I'll take that, and then we're just going to take all the money that we can get and upgrade the towers first before we do anything else. So glue gunner, there you go. Beast handlers, again, we're gonna go for the shark, the orca, megalodon, whatever you want to call it. And cross path with a falcon, get camo balloons. Here comes another interesting wrinkle, this whole thing. This isn't necessarily exclusive to the Banana Farm Village thing, but when we're working with beast handlers, in my experience, I like to do this weird thing. I don't know if it's really that weird, but I take one beast handler and upgrade it as much as I can. That way I don't have to wait on merging these guys, and I can just merge them all right away. So I don't have to worry about some stray piranhas, you know, kind of floating about while we upgrade the main one. So now they're all combined as they need them to be, and we just upgrade as needed. That should be good enough to take care of the mob once we upgrade it a little more, I think. Yeah, one more will do it. Get plenty of money for that. Yeah. Oh, I think I forgot to ask you what your favorite monkeys are. Eat2953. If you have some favorite monkeys, I'd like to hear about it. Alright, yeah, so there's round 40 done. Go ahead and combine these falcons as needed. Put you up there. You up there. I'm gonna put the orca, the great white, as it were. Put you on strong, and then I'll leave the falcons. You guys can stay on first. Now we can start focusing on our money again. Still have a good chunk of change, even though we did upgrade all those things just now. We can go ahead and buy Monkey Town. That's going to boost our pop rate. Gonna go ahead and save up for Monkey City. Is going to boost the banana rate. Gonna upgrade our farms, and then that's basically the strategy realized. From there, it can go, you know, a little further, like I was talking about. You're gonna want to buy Monkeyopolis, use that extra space to buy even more farms, so on and so forth. But this is basically it. You're just gonna want to upgrade the village so you can get more income, and just buy tier 3 on each of these banana farms, and you're basically good to go for the rest of the game. But yes, it does take a long time to set that up correctly. And to be honest with you, I'm not really sure this is going to work outside of a beginner map. I'm sure all the other maps require much more attention, so I'm not sure this would really work there, but for here it's fine. For here it's just fine. So here comes another decision to make. Do we want to spend 20,000 on one of the banana research facilities, which admittedly will pay for itself very quickly? We'd be able to buy the second one pretty soon after that. Or do we just take that 20,000, buy like an orca to stave us off for a while? For me, I think the answer is orca, because I've learned typically when you have a choice between upgrading something for survival or playing a little bit risky and leaning into the money, it typically does not work when you lean into the money. So we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna cut off my greed for a little bit. We're just gonna have to, you know, say no to greed for just a moment. As satisfying as it would be to, you know, get these guys upgraded ASAP. Can't do that quite yet. Alright, yeah, so you can see up here, each of the banana farms have already paid for themselves. I'm pretty sure buying up to a tier 3 in total, with the cost of the tower and everything else, I think it's around 7,000, 7,500, something like that. So it's almost more than double paid for itself. Great. And, you know, now it's just got to make up that cost of the research facility, but again, it's going to pay for itself real quick. You know, we're going to get this beast handler upgraded really quick. We're going to have some leftover change. We can upgrade our glue gunner. We can get another camo tower. Seemingly an issue at the moment. Yeah. Very fun strategy, very fun. Alright, let's go ahead and get the second research facility. This guy's basically done. We'll call that paid for. This guy's only got about 10,000 more to pay off. Oh. Not bad at all. Go ahead and buy Monkeyopolis when we have the chance. Oh, we're about to die? What's happening? Maybe we need another tower somewhere. There we go. There's our Monkeyopolis. So now all we have to do to collect the income is just this one crate every once in a while, you know? Now we can just go ahead and put some more banana farms there. So we're essentially getting double income now. Maybe not exactly double, but you can think about it in that kind of way, you know? Very cool beans. Very cool beans. Alright, let's go ahead and buy a Spike Factory. Because why not? We'll just have you down there. It seems like we're going to need maybe some ceramic help, so let's go top path. And this is kind of the whole point of the strategy here. We can afford a beast handler. We're about to be able to get tier 5 on that boy before the game's even over. Yet we can still afford a top path Spike Factory easily and have some leftover money. So yeah, that's the whole point of the thing. So we always have some leftover money, basically. Again, once we move on to harder maps, we're going to probably have to find something to substitute for income if we want to use a beast handler. Because I would imagine it's pretty tricky to use a beast handler on a harder map. But for now, pretty much just chilling. Just got to do some micromanaging, but not all that bad, really. There we go. There's our medal. I'm pretty sure that that 220 we got just now hit off the rest of what we spent on that continue that we used at the beginning of the game. Not at the beginning of the game, at the half cash game, sorry. Excuse me. But we're looking good. We're making good progress. We still got about another hour. I did say I wanted to make a cup of coffee. I was waiting to maybe have an idle moment in the game, so I didn't have to make a cut in the video, and I could just let the game run for a little bit, but I want my coffee, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to take a 5-minute, 10-minute break maybe at most, and I will be back. See you then.